Hi and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can carry out your first crawl, and I'll be giving you a sneak preview and showing you exactly all the information that Screaming Frog returns when you actually crawl a website. So once you've got Screaming Frog downloaded and you've opened it up for the first time, it's going to look pretty much similar to this. Let me go ahead and make mine full screen so you can see everything very clearly. So how do you crawl a website? Well, it's very straightforward. All you need to do is enter in your website URL into the top bar right here and then go ahead and click start. So for the purpose of this training video, what I'll be doing is using this website right here, tmhugesandson.uk. This is not my website. I don't own a website. I don't even know the person who owns it. I simply found this website by carrying out a search for a local search phrase, local to where I live, and I thought it would be a good fit for the purpose of this course. As like all of my courses, instead of me just giving you the theory, I like to show you exactly how you can carry out an SEO audit step by step. So let's take this website and I'll go back into Screaming Frog. I'm going to paste that in the URL at the top. And once I go ahead and click start, what's going to happen is Screaming Frog is going to visit this website and start to crawl all of the pages and discover every single page on the website. It's going to crawl it one by one. You can see in total, it's found 249 pages on the website, and it's already crawled 247 of those. So as you can see, the tool works extremely fast. Of course, if you have a bigger website, it's going to take a little bit longer to crawl. So once the website crawl has finished, you can see we have tons and tons of information in front of us. We have the address, which is going to be the website URL. We can see the content, the status code, the indexability. So if any pages aren't getting indexed, you'll know exactly how to find them very quickly. You can keep on scrolling and getting tons and tons of information. We can see the page titles for all of those pages. We can see the page title length. You can see the meta description. We can see what pages don't have meta descriptions. We can keep on scrolling and see the meta description length as well. So 89 characters, 00, 191. We don't just stop there, we get more and more information. We can see the H1 tags, we can see another H1 tag. So if pages have multiple H1 tags, which by the way is a problem, we can find that out very easily. We can find out H2 tags as well. We can find out the H2 character length as well. Literally so much information. Now, another thing we can also do is if I go back to the first tab right here, you can actually click any URL, and what it does, it brings down a more detailed analysis of that page in particular. So essentially what it does is it gives you all that information in just a different view, because some people like to view it in columns other than scrolling row by row. But essentially it gives you an immense amount of information. We can even go over to the right hand tab right here and then go to site structure. And what it does, it lets you know the structure of your website, literally folder by folder. We can even see our response time as well. So for those who don't know what our response time is, it's essentially the time in seconds to download that URL. What I'm also going to do attached to this video is I'm going to add a link to this resource right here, which is basically the glossary of Screaming Frog, and it basically breaks down exactly what all of these things mean, just in case you didn't already know. So let's go back into Screaming Frog, and as you can see, we have these tabs at the top. We've got internal, which is the tab we've just been on the whole time. But if you just wanted to see all the page titles on a website, well, very easy to do. Just plug in that website and then go to page titles, and guess what? You can now see all of the page titles across your website very easily. You can also go up to the top and then go to visualizations right here and then go for maybe crawl tree graph. And what that does is it generates these really cool visual representations of exactly how your website is laid out. So you can see for yourself exactly how your website is structured, what pages are linking to what pages. Now this isn't the only view you can see. If I go back into visualizations, I go for force directed crawl diagram. You can see we now get another visual representation of how our website is looking. So we have a homepage right here, linking to our blog. Then on our blog, we have all these different articles and links to another one. So these are really cool features, which is going to help you understand exactly how your website looks from a bird's eye view, which of course is going to make it a lot more easier for us when we're trying to find problems on our website. Now, another great thing about Screaming Frog is that you can actually export all of this data just by clicking this export button. So if you're not a fan of looking at all this information within the tool itself, so within Screaming Frog, you can literally just export all of that data like so, and then review it in Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel, whatever is your preference. But essentially, I don't want to get too carried away in this video, as I'm going to go through all of this in great detail in its own category later on in the course. But essentially, this is just a quick video to give you an overview and show you exactly what all of the data looks like. As yes, it's nice to see a bigger list like this on a website, but you might be wondering, well, what does a page title look like? How do I find that? Well, now you know. So now we've got the basics out of the way. In the next video, I'll be showing you how you can use Screaming Frog to audit some of the most important SEO elements on a website, such as the URL, the page titles, meta descriptions, and the heading tags too. See you there.